What is the tap?
Years ago, I would have been probably castigated as a failure. My teachers told my parents that this kid is just not computing, something's wrong with him. And this was way before the years dyslexia was even a diagnosis. I grew up with a sense of a chip on my shoulder, a sense that I was never going to amount to much. And so in my mind, success was like an unachievable goal. But suddenly one person entered my life, a mentor who just kept telling me over and over and over again how good I am, my qualities. I realized that success has a huge amount to do with self-esteem and confidence. The rest is the technical know-how. I want to give people both. I want to give people the psychological confidence, the boost they need, but also the technical know-how to be good. We stand on 3 principles, which are my core values, which are effectiveness, efficiency, and excellence. I want to know effectiveness, ask the question, is what I'm doing working? You don't want to be busy and not fruitful. Efficiency says, is this the best way to do it? Am I doing it according to the best practice? And then excellence says, can it give a world-class appeal and a look that draws the masses? So that's why TAP exists.
Jordan, the World Economic Forum.
The WEF view, which is that, quite frankly, there's too goddamn many people on the planet. And every time I hear that, I think just exactly what spirit is saying that. And just precisely who the hell do you think should go? And just exactly how.
That is exactly right. There is definitely something motivating the world. And, you know, one man said, if you were the devil, your first trick is to get people to believe you don't exist and hide behind the scenes. These are people already talking about a world, obviously using climate as the baton to beat us all over the head with, in which you will own nothing and be happy. And how the hell do you know that about me? I think we're coming into a world where we'll be engineered in such a way through media machines to where home ownership will be seen with the same stigma as owning a gun in America. We have entered an Orwellian nightmare, or at least we're in the beginning phases of it, and people are sleepwalking over a cliff right now. So those are my thoughts, definitely motivated by evil. Sorry about my children screaming in the distance, and I'm not suicidal. If you're not disciplined, you have not clarified vision. Vision creates discipline. Discipline in what? Time, money, emotions, and company. I don't have time to be depressed. The vision compels me to keep going. I don't have time to go out to the cinema or places where people call you and say, hey, you know, I just had some time to buy, so I just thought I'll call you. What? So you have time, so you're going to waste mine? Never spend time, never spend money, never spend emotions. Invest. From this day forward, invest time. If you go to the cinema with your children, it's an investment in love. Live life with that sense of purpose. If you're going to go to church, invest. If you're going to a church that's not growing you, you are spending time you don't have.
Hey everyone, I hope you're enjoying the webinar crash course. My name's Jamie, and I just want to share my insight as to how well and how much I've enjoyed the TAP Forex group. It's been absolutely amazing. I've finally learned how to trade properly. I've learned and understood the strategy, and it's very simple. I remember trading, I've been trading for 7 or 8 years. I remember trading thinking, there must be an easier way. There has to be an easier way, because I would do courses and tutorials on YouTube, and one person would say you need the oscillator and the Bollinger Band and the Elliott Wave and the RSI and the support resistance and the trend line. I'm just like, there'd be so much to it. And there was a cry in my heart, like, there has to be a simpler way. And Chief Tobi Arayomi comes along with a simpler way. I joined the course, I've completed the course, and every Monday and Wednesday we meet up. It's absolutely amazing. We have a team of traders who come together, discuss trades, we discuss stocks, we discuss crypto, gold and silver. Absolutely amazing. I can't believe, you know, how blessed I am to be in part of this community. Another good thing about Forex, and for me, is personal. My girlfriend's out in Australia and I'm here in London. And as we, you know, grow in our relationship, I'm able to trade anywhere in the world. And you could trade at work, or you could trade at when you're on holiday. And Forex is amazing. You can trade anywhere in the world. All you need is internet connection. So please don't feel like you're busy at work or you have kids or anything like that. Find a solution, and I promise you, you'll find a way to make some really good money with an absolute world-class master trader, Chief Tobi Arayomi. We meet every Monday and Wednesday, as I said. Any questions you have, anything you don't understand, just ask and he'll go through it in detail and make sure you understand it. We won't move on until everybody understands it. And if you're not sure, post something in the chat and someone will get back to you and we just go from there. Anyway, if you don't sign up, your loss. But for those who do, I shall see you in the TAP Winners Collective. Take care. Bye-bye.
I do a video like this. Have you tried our real estate course yet? You're still sitting there? Really? You're still thinking about the real estate course? It's coming to TAP soon. I think, hello? No, don't swipe. Join.
That's it. We got our content.
And you be successful and be a believer.
It's a strange thing that I often hear people say there's a competition between God and success. You first have to define success, and success is becoming who you're meant to become, because he designed you. If you're designed to be successful. We're all uniquely designed for a specific purpose. Somebody becoming a film creator is a success. Somebody becoming an owner of an e-commerce conglomerate is a success. Somebody who becomes an Olympic swimmer is a success. I think the way we've defined success in Christendom is evangelism. That's success. And evangelism is a recruitment process. It's just bringing more people in to do what? What does it say? Do business till I come. Occupy till I come. First conversation with a leader that he raised called Joshua was, I want you to meditate day and night for the one reason that you would have good success. His intention, nothing he creates is a failure. Everything he made was meant to be successful. And that's what I want to discuss with people.
It says you're a demon, you're full of falsehood, rebuke you by the blood of Jesus. First of all, Jesus doesn't speak like that. God is love, and he that loveth not knows not God. One day somebody came up to me in church and said, yo, I'm leaving this church. I said, why? I said, Apostle, you love money. And I've been wanting to rebuke you for a long time, because the love of money is the root of all evil. And I think you need to repent and get your heart back right with God. I said this, I haven't seen you for 3 weeks. Where have you been? I couldn't be in church because I have work. I said, I think you love money. I said, why? I said, you couldn't serve two masters. You couldn't serve God because you had to serve your belly. So I've actually discovered, ironically, the people who love money are the people who work for it. The people who don't love it are the people who can risk it. I just like to teach believers how to think. My mic working? We got 50 seconds. Has it been tested? Has my mic been tested? We got 30 seconds. Oh. My bad, everybody. I forgot I unmuted my mic to say, is my mic working? I've got 30 seconds, but welcome to all of you. It's always good to be with you all, wherever you are watching us from. This is the TAP
Institute. And I am going to ask whoever's got the volume playing in my house in the background to please lower it, because you are feeding back into my ears in the living room. Thank you. This is the tap. Essentially, it's Tobi Arayomi projects. It's where I train and mentor people in their business. We usually do this in our private channel, and indeed, after this session, we will go private, where I'll be coaching and mentoring in more depth those who are my TAP students. So I will give you an idea of how you can get involved in the TAP. Many people all over the world ask me, how can they get mentored by me? How can they have my time? ETC, I do mentorship. It happens on the TAP Institute. Also, after this call, would like to give you all a free gift. I think we're going to make an ebook available. We'll show you how you can get hold of the ebook on marketing that I've written. And I also have a special guest who will be joining me on today's call. She is a marketing expert. She runs her own company as well. And I've had the privilege of knowing her for about 7 years. And she's helped me build some of my larger scale companies that I've run. And so I asked her, would you come on today and share some of your expertise, particularly in the private group session? I've asked her to share some of her time and expertise. Now, before we start, I'm going to share what I know with you about marketing from my years of businesses that I've built, businesses that have succeeded, businesses that have crashed and burnt. I want to tell you all about what I know with regards to marketing. I also want to look at some leading experts on marketing, but I also want to share with you, if you're getting started in business, how do you market your business? How do you build a name for yourself? Also, do you want to be the main brand, or are you going to build a brand that's bigger than you? Or does your brand depend on who you are? How to market without any money, because I think everybody should at least start organically before you go into any kind of paid marketing. Now, I don't know if my marketing expert will agree with everything I say, and I'll certainly bring her on after the call to see what she thinks as well. Now, please use this opportunity if you can. Help me out and help me share. For some reason, Christians love prophesying and they love preaching, but they don't like hearing about how to work and to make things happen, which is always a strange phenomenon. If I came on down and said, let's pray, everybody would be here. If I said, let's work, let's figure things out, let's advance, because many people will blame the fact that their business is not known on some, I don't know, constraining spirit or some spider in the realm of the spirit that's holding back the advancement of their company or something like that. They'll find some way, but they wouldn't think, actually, maybe I just need to apply some marketing. There are people who are succeeding without prayer. So I'm just saying it. The laziest people on the planet, by and large, are Christians. And it's because, I guess, the misunderstanding of the message of grace has allowed for or permitted this air of just laziness. There's no other way to put it. Or, this idea, won't he do it? No, he won't. He's not going to do it for you. Faith without works is dead, and you are going to have to work some things. And diligence has to be part of your repertoire if you want to win. We call it the winner's circle. Thankfully, my book is pretty much done. I'm going to be announcing plans on how it's going to come out, the book called Win. I'm going to do a big event in London. I hope everybody comes down to that event, and I'll announce when that event is. But essentially, one of the key points I put in that book, I write about the various different words beginning with D that we all need to win. We need desire, we need declaration, we need discipline, we need all the different needs. But one of the D's I get onto is called diligence. Diligence, like dogged hard work. Dogged, rugged, focused on one thing, hard work. It's like most people I know, especially Christians, I'm sorry, I'm gunning for you today, they take trouble as the first sign that maybe they didn't hear from God. We can see you crawling in the background, just walk in the background, I can see you. They take definitely not slick. They take and I was going to say they take crawling in the background. My brain is kerfuffled.
they take the hardship, any kind of hardship, as the first sign to turn back. Like, maybe God didn't call me. It's just too weak. We're just too custard spined, and we need to develop a dogged, rugged sense of diligence. So please help me share this with whoever you know, wherever they are, and tell them, listen, for lack of knowledge my people perish. You might want to break your allegiance with ignorance and gain some hard truths and hard knowledge. But I celebrate every one of you who made it on the call. To be honest, if you can't make it to the end of a call like this, business is very much not for you. If you can't sit down to hear information and shut down everything else, you're probably not going to go very far in the business world. That's not me cursing you. That's just me saying, if you don't have an appetite for knowledge, you don't have an appetite for success. You don't deserve success, quite frankly, if you can't listen to free information. But anyway, I want to break down for you the various things that people have said about marketing, and then I'm going to jump on and have some time for my private students. These are marketing experts. One of my favorite marketing experts is a man called Seth Godin. And I'll get onto what he said after, but I've read various different marketing experts. Steve Jobs is probably the greatest marketer of all time. And so I've got some quotes from him as well. I was sitting with somebody just yesterday who said to me, you know, most of the people who mentor me in business, they're not born again, but he said they produce results. And I took that as a big ouch. I took that personally. I took that as a big ouch. He said most of the people who train me in business are not Christians. He said none of them actually. He said, in fact, they cuss out and they swear while they're training, but he said they produce results. And I said, so what does that mean about us anyway? So Philip Kotler, expert insights on marketing, said something to the effect of, marketing is the art of creating genuine customer value. It's not about selling. What you make is about understanding what people want and delivering it better than anyone else. Are you listening to me, Winner Circle? Marketing is the art of creating genuine customer value. Marketing, I hope you've got pen and paper to write this down. Marketing is the act of creating genuine customer value. The reason I have customers who pay me quite a good sum of money every single month on recurring payment is I am offering them some form of value. Now, I believe I can offer much better value that will allow me to charge much higher prices and will allow me to do what I do. For example, I didn't like the fact that I was away for 2 months in my business and I wasn't able to give the way I wanted to give. If I had organized myself better, I would have pre-recorded some stuff. So even when I'm away, people have content to listen to. So what I'm constantly looking at how I'm approaching my value, because we have people drop out of my business in the 2 months I was away, and I deserve that. Marketing is the art of creating genuine customer value. It's not actually about what you want. It's about what the market wants. And it's not about selling what you make. It's about understanding what people want. Is everybody hearing me? And delivering it better than anyone else. Now, I don't believe it's about delivering it better than anyone else. As much as I love Apple technology and I will beat down anybody who uses Android phones, I actually think that there are phones better than Apple. So it's not necessarily about applying something better. It's about connecting to people's emotions, and Apple connects to our emotions. Somehow they've developed a cult-like following by tapping into our emotion to feel part of this collective called the Apple Group. Then you have Seth Godin. Marketing is a contest for people's attention. I like that one. I like that one because honestly, there was a day, by the way, I went through all of my students' social media pages, because if you got a social media page, you are marketing, whether you like it or not. You are vying for attention. And I went through my members' social media page, and it was brutal. By the way, you can actually take a picture of your social media page, put it on ChatGPT, and say roast my social media page. I advise every one of you to do it. So it will give you the best advice. By the way, it will roast you. ChatGPT roasted my social media page and my wife's one as well. It will give you good points and it will give you things that it feels you should improve. Like I've seen some of the people's social media page and I can tell you took your videos on an Android phone because you look like a Chinese movie with English subtitles. Your voice is way behind what you're saying. But anyway, I digress. That was my cheap jab. I can tell that you use these weird filters for some strange reason because you are approaching your market by what you like, not what your market wants to see. And so you're posting this, you're marketing your social media page, especially you're single, you're marketing, unless you're one of these weird single people that privatize their page and is praying for a husband, but your page is on private. Moving on. So Seth Godin said marketing is a contest for people's attention. It's about finding a group of people who care about what you have to say and focusing on them. Peter Drucker said, the aim of marketing is to know and understand. By the way, you guys will get this. This is my ebook that I've written. You'll get it for free. Especially you who stay to the end. You'll get it for free if you want it. Do you want it? Let me know. Peter Drucker said, the aim of marketing is to know and understand the customer so well that the product or service fits them perfectly and sells itself. You want to automate your marketing processes. Steve Jobs. Now, by the way, if you got a church, you should be marketing. If you got a hairdresser, you should be marketing. If you're single, you should be marketing. If you're married, you should be marketing. Marketing is telling the story of your company to your customer in a way that your customer is drawn and attracted to your company. If you're married, you should still be marketing to your husband or your wife. Steve Jobs said this. You want to pay attention to Uncle Steve. Steve Jobs said this. Marketing is about values. It's about communicating what you believe and why it matters to your customers. I like that definition the most because I love one of my favorite books is Simon Sinek's Start With Why. He goes through the greatest companies in the world, and gives us reasons why people connect with these companies. Why do we connect with an Apple? Why do we connect with Lamborghini? Why do we connect with Louis Vuitton? Today, I bought myself some Prada shoes. Grab my Prada shoes. I want to show my Prada shoes. I want to show you. Today, I bought myself some Prada shoes. Why did I buy Prada shoes? Why? Why would you buy Prada shoes? Why didn't I just buy shoes from Primark or Zara? Why? What made me spend? I don't even want to tell you how much I spent on Prada shoes. Why? The book is called Start With Why by Simon Sinek, one of the best books I've probably ever read. I want to show you my product. Yeah, why didn't I buy my shoes on Temu? Why didn't I buy shoes that look like the shoes? Here they are. They're big, by the way, because I'm a size 13 foot. So it's bigger than my head, I'm warning you. I bought these. I saw them. I was just like, look at that. Look at the heel. That's crazy, right? Look how big it is compared to my head. That's my head, guys. That's my foot. Okay. Why did I go ahead? And I know some Christians are going to comment later and say, why did you get your money? Lead people to Jesus. You got to be an effective marketer. Even Jesus was an effective marketer. Before he entered a town, he sent his disciples because there wasn't any other form of media then. So before he sent his disciples out, before he went out into a city, he sent his disciples out two by two to advertise a kingdom that's coming. There's a kingdom coming. There's a kingdom coming. Here's the story. Here's the story. Here's the story. So by the time a woman with an issue of blood, it says she heard the report. You can't hear a report without marketing. He said, if you enter a home and they don't receive you, wipe the dust off your feet. That's marketing. Not everyone is your customer. Anyway, we move on. Let's move on. So Steve Jobs says marketing is about values. It's about communicating what you believe and why. The reason why I bought those shoes is a why. It's not a what, it's a why. Those aren't a what, those are a why. They're a why, they're a feeling. Those shoes bring significance. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you see me wearing Prada shoes, you look up and down, you go, what are you going to think? Or how am I? It's not just about you. We tell ourselves it's not about you, it's about me. I drive a Ferrari because it's about me. It's not. It's really about you. I want your head to turn as I'm whizzing past. I want your children to take a picture outside my car. It's that feeling. That's why a good salesman will find out why you're buying the car. You might be married with children, but you want to look important and significant, and they'll appeal to your why, whether you like it or not. We all have different reasons why we get things. You don't have to agree with my reason why. You don't have to be upset with my reason why. I just like what I like, and you like what you like. Are you with me? So Steve Jobs says marketing is about values. Well, I tell my sales guy, Eros, I tell him, don't be afraid to lose the sale. We sell some high ticket products, and I consider high ticket anything 5K and above. And we sell some high ticket products, and he's closed some amazing deals this week. And I tell him all the time, don't be afraid to lose the sale, because the customer, we don't need the customer. The customer needs us. Now, you may not be at that place yet where you can say that. Maybe you should be afraid to lose yourself in the beginning. And I'll tell you how to overcome the fear of losing the sale. Can you write marketing off under business expense? Yes, you can. It can come under it. There's a way to do it. Anyway, so that's not today's topic, though. One day I'll get an accountant on, and we'll talk about financial management. No, I'll get a financial expert on, and we'll talk about financial management. But that's not today. Oh, can I write the shoes? Can I write them off as a business expense? I could write it off as uniform. Let's do that. Okay. So anyway. So that's what marketing is. Marketing is the strategic process of identifying and understanding and satisfying the needs and desires of your customers. Did you hear what he said? The needs and desires. That's why I said if you're married, you should be marketing. The reason why relationships fall apart is because you are not meeting a need or a desire anymore. Can I say that again loud on the mic? Can you hear me? Is this mic on? The reason your relationship falls apart is because you are assuming a need or desire. You have to discover the need and the desire specifically. How many have been to a restaurant and ordered something and got what you didn't order? How'd you feel? How many even got what you ordered, but you didn't get it the way you wanted it? So there's two problems here. It's not just what I want, it's the way I want it. I ordered a steak, I wanted it medium. You bought me a burnt offering. Why? I said medium, and now it's crispy toast, good enough for God. How do you feel? You feel like, come on, like I ordered, and you're starving, you're hungry, and now you're playing with my desires. So marketing is the strategic process of identifying, understanding, and satisfying the needs and the desires of your customers. It involves everything from researching your target audience to creating. Listen, if you're an evangelist, you need to listen. If you're an evangelist, you need to listen. Even Jesus didn't say the people were following him for him. Read John 6. He said, you're following me because I met your needs. He said, the only reason you're following me is I provided bread for you. I met your needs. You're worried about food, where your next meal is going to come from. Where's my tea? You're worried about where your next meal is going to come from. Are you hearing me? Marketing. If you're an employee, you should be marketing. Now, this is where marketing kind of overlaps with sales, but it's not the same. It's not the same thing. In simple terms, marketing is about creating a value and then communicating that value to your potential customers in a way that motivates them to buy from you. Marketing. I want to break down the difference between marketing, advertising, branding, promoting, and PR. Okay. So you don't think they're the same thing. Advertising, a paid component of marketing. Focus is not only paid, but advertising is a component of marketing. It's not marketing, but it's a component focused on promoting your products or services to a broad audience. Advertising uses various media channels, TV, online ads, and print to spread the word. Branding, the process of creating a unique identity for your business, including your logo, your color schemes, and the overall image or personality of your company. The best definition I have ever heard of branding in my entire life, the best definition I've ever heard of branding in my entire life was by Alex Hormozi. I think that's how you say his name. Sorry if I said it wrong, Alex. He said, branding is the pairing of things. Branding is the pairing of things. What do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? There was a day, Budweiser, Bud Light, the company, advertised their beer with this transsexual person. I forget the person's name, but Budweiser can have also cold water. Budweiser did an ad with them, with him. Sorry, I'm confused. Dylan Mulvaney is the person's name. You can check out the ad. When Budweiser worked with Dylan Mulvaney, because of something called DEI. DEI is diversity, equity, and inclusion. It's some silly quota that companies get some amount of sponsorship and money and bailout if they fulfill some DEI. So you see some companies doing some stupid decisions. It's because they're trying to meet a DEI quotient. And so because of DEI, they did this deal with Dylan Mulvaney. You can check it out. And their stock value tanked. Why? Can anyone tell me why? Can anyone tell me why you wouldn't take Budweiser and get a transsexual to advertise Budweiser? Anyone? Can you tell me why? Straight away, the stock value tanked. It's not just their target market. Think about the pairing. What is Budweiser associated with? It's associated with masculinity. It's associated with men watching football and having barbecues. It's associated with brute masculinity. That's what it's associated with. So all of a sudden, all these men, these macho men, didn't want it anymore. They're throwing it out on the streets. And the stock value tanked. They then fire the person who was their DI person. And then they made a deal with UFC. UFC is Ultimate Fighter Champion, a pairing with UFC. What happened after that? The stock value went up. You have to be careful in the world of marketing about your pairing. What do I mean by that? Your collaborations. You have to be very careful about your collabs. Especially if you want to boost your marketing very quickly. You want to collaborate with somebody who can get you out there, but someone who also represents you very well. Right? If you saw me doing a video with Gordon Ramsay, how many of you would watch that? You'd probably watch it because you like drama. But you hear him cussing and swearing and F-bombing every second, you'll be like, I'm not watching Apostle Tobi anymore. My guy's backslidden. Look who he's hanging out with. Look at his association. My brand would go down. Well, actually, probably could go up too, depending on how I spin it. But branding is the pairing of things. I remember a picture was taken of me with Apostle Joshua Selman. That picture went everywhere. Everyone everywhere was calling me. It was like people have been waiting for us to meet. It was like in their minds, these two have to meet. Oh my goodness. The comments were finally my two favorite. Why? Because people love pairs. Human beings pair things all the time. Whether you know it or not, you are always pairing. It's called comparing. You're always doing it. What do you compare Apple to? Android, Samsung. You're always pairing. What do you compare Tesco to? Asda. What do you compare Walmart to? I don't know. You got something in America. We're always pairing. Who do men say I am? Jesus said. Some say you're Elijah. Always pairing. We're always looking for a comparator. Why? Because we only trust when we find a similitude with something that's trusted. Right? That's why the worst VP in all of history, in my opinion, Kamala Harris, whether if you love her, God bless you, but I think she's the worst. She's not, she hasn't got any policies at all. But she's trying to get Beyonce to sing for her. Why? Why? That's why I think Donald Trump did something so stupid in getting this guy, what's his name, the white Vance, to be his VP. He should have gotten a Hispanic, or he should have got a black person, because you've just paired with someone white, and now you look double racist. And now you just fed into your enemy's hands. Should have got Ben Carson. Should have got somebody. Should have got this Wonder Woman. They're calling her now. She was a Democrat. She left. People are looking for pairs. Now he's paired himself with a Kennedy. That's a big deal. That's a huge deal. You see, branding is always pairing. People are always pairing. They're comparing you to others that they feel, think, or know. People only trust when they can find your pair. Are you all understanding me? So marketing is the pairing of things. It's one of the best definitions I ever heard of marketing. Promotion by branding is the process of creating a pair. Promotion is short-term tactics to boost awareness or sales, like discounts, contests, limited time offers. Then there's PR, public relation, which is managing how your business is perceived by the public and the media. PR involves creating a positive image through press releases and media coverage. But marketing is the overarching strategy of all of these things. It's the overarching strategy of all of these things. So I didn't add selling as well. Please allow me to add selling to the notes. Selling is the ability to discover the needs and desires of your customer and sell them exactly what they want. That's it. Selling is not, hey, let me sell you this phone. Oh, this phone is plastic and it's sleek and it's this and that. No. Selling is about discovery. So in sales, I'll ask you questions. I'll be like, so if are you in the market for a phone? No, then I don't have a sell for you. You're in the market for a phone? Yes, I am. Okay. In terms of phone, what are you looking to get out of a phone? What are you looking for? Either this, and this, and this. I'm trying to get a phone that allows me to make phone calls, but also connects me to my family, blah, 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 blah. I'm listening now to exactly what you need and want. I'm not selling anything you don't need or want. And I need to take my time to discover that. That's a skill. It's called active listening. Most people think they have that skill, but they absolutely don't have it. I train people on sales, and trust me, I've discovered that one of the biggest reasons most people don't have thriving companies today is they don't know how to sell. They just don't have a clue how to sell their companies. Okay. Various ways of to market your business. We'll look at that when in more detail when my special guest comes on. She'll be on in about 10 minutes. But there's things like contest marketing, content marketing, create and share valuable content, blogs, videos, infographics. You can do that organically with Instagram, Snapchat. Do you realize the game has changed? This used to be very difficult. Now it's become increasingly more difficult because there are so many people on social media. How do we get your attention? How do we get your attention? We have to appeal to your emotions. There are millions of people on social media. Thank you. How do you get any? Is there maybe a stool or something that I can put it on instead? Because I don't like liquid near my computer. Careful, that's got cables that are temperamental. Maybe find something else. Okay, so content marketing, social media marketing uses platforms like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter to engage with your audience. Search engine optimization, otherwise known as SEO. How many of you have gone somewhere and you've looked for, maybe you've entered a new area and you're looking for, sorry to bring it always to Christianity here, but not sorry, but you're looking for, thank you, you're looking for a new church. So you type in churches in my area. How many of you have done that? Where'd you type that? Where'd you type that? So some people will use TikTok now. The new generation will use TikTok or Google. Exactly. So search engine optimization essentially makes sure that how many of you, when you've used a search engine, have gone to page 2? Most of us pick out of the top 3 things on the page. Are you understanding me? Sometimes maybe the reason why your church isn't growing is because we can't find you on a search engine. People are coming into your area typing Pentecostal churches in my area, and you're on page 100 because you have no search engine optimization. Maybe you got a business. Maybe you sell shea butter. But I go on Google and type, I need shea butter. My scalp is dry. High quality shea butter. And I don't find you. And maybe 200 or so thousand people are looking at that per day. TikTok is the new Google for a lot of people. Yes. Okay. But Google is huge. You can't underestimate it. Then there's referral marketing, word of mouth. There's guerrilla marketing. Now, word of mouth is an extremely powerful form of marketing, and I'm going to maybe talk a bit more in private with our guys. But word of mouth is like, if I were you personally, if you want to get your business off the ground, give it away for free. To your first few customers, find people to share it with for free. And then you're using them for 4 different reasons. I will share this in the private group, why you want to give your business away for free. I'll share this with you all privately. Remind me. Okay. Step-by-step guide to marketing. Number 1, know your customer. Number 2, define your USP, your unique selling point. Number 3, build strong brand identity. Strong brand identity. Now, if you want to know how to get involved in our private group, our Winner Circle private group, the link is in the bio. If you wanted to get involved, I think it'll show you how much it costs or what. I don't know what the link goes to, if it goes to a video or whatever. Develop a content marketing strategy. Like, you have to post like crazy. Listen, like crazy. How much does Alex Hamezi do every day? 240 posts a week, 30 a day. He's got 2.4 million followers. Some of you have got some good content, but you're just not posting enough. And it takes a long time for people to get to see your face. I travel now all over the world, and everywhere I go around the world, people know who I am. I snuck into the back of churches in Ghana. Like, it appears we have a serious Apostle Tobi Arayomi is here, and can you come and give us a word? I was like, what? Every church I went to, I was walking down the street. Oh my goodness, Pastor Tobi. I was in the gym working out. So what are you doing in Ghana? How come you didn't tell anyone you're here? Why? Social media. It has its upside and it has its bad side. Fame is a double-edged sword. It is a double-edged sword. And my content on YouTube has been viewed how many times now? 1.4 million times. I don't think you understand crowd sizes. There was someone who showed it. If you've had 100 views, they showed it by a room. This is how many people have seen you. If you had 1,000 views, this is how many people have seen you. If you've had 100,000 views, the room was massive. If you had 1 million views, do you know how many people have seen your face? 1.4 million views. That's not including my Instagram. That's not including my TikTok. 1.4 million views, by the way. That's 10 Wembley stadiums have seen my content. And I'm not even the best. I've only got 30,000 YouTube subscribers now. We just crossed over to 30,000. We're growing at a rapid rate. Yeah, 30,000. And I just started my page April. I started my YouTube page in April. Already 30,000 followers. Instagram, 150,000 followers. TikTok is growing. It's now almost 6,000 plus. Growing. Is this helping you, by the way? I hope I'm trying to help you. Don't let social media use you. Use it. Don't let social media use you. Don't get addicted to it. Don't get high on your own supply. Use it. Yes, people often confuse me and my brother. And it's brilliant. It's brilliant. Free marketing because we're twins. As long as he doesn't do anything. God, my goodness, my brother's done something. My brother did one video without me on the table, got Letitia Wright cancelled. Letitia Wright from Black Panther. And then CNN and all those were calling me. So it has its downside. But yeah, we do marketing for each other. He preached one message one day, got on Larry Reed. If you know who Larry Reed is, you don't want to be on Larry Reed's page. You don't want to be on Larry Reed's page. Larry Reed exposes all kinds of ministers. I hear he has a blackmail list. Put someone's sex tape, a preacher's sex tape online. My brother preached one message. I was like, bruh, you may want to add some context around that message. When I heard it, even I was like, and people were DMing me. You false this, you idiot. I was like, what did I do? There was a day I was in the streets with my wife. And someone came up to me because my brother's wife is dark skinned. My wife is light skinned. Someone came up to me in the streets and was like, looking at my wife and looking at me. They said, Apostle, do you need help? Because they saw me holding this woman's hand and kissing her. And they're like, do you need help? I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? He said, Apostle, I can help you. This isn't good. I can help you. I just laughed so loud. I laughed so hard. There was even a day I walked into a meeting. Then my twin brother walks into the meeting next week. Then I walk into the meeting the next week with two different girls. And this woman said, right, I've had enough. You're a prophet. You're embarrassing the prophetic. Choose one woman. So twinship has its good and it has its bad. Just letting you know. Utilize social media. Don't let it use you. Implement email marketing. Optimize for search engine. Experiment with. Can you speak to Serena about what I suggested? Of course. Because I want to announce it. Just speak to her about it. Experiment with paid advertising. Measure and adjust your strategy. Scale up gradually. Focus on building customer loyalty. In conclusion, marketing is a vital tool for growing your business, but it's not just about promoting products. It's about understanding your customer and creating value and building lasting relationships. So you got to create value for your customers. Without further ado, I want to welcome my very special guest who is here today. Many don't know this. Many just think she's a prophet in our church, but she's actually a marketing expert. She's been marketing for I think over a decade now. She may correct me, but she's been marketing for a long time. She runs a thriving company in the area of marketing, and I wanted to make sure I bring her on to share some of her expertise. She's not going to share too much because she's going to be with me in my private mentorship. What can I say about communication skills as a marketing component? That's what marketing is. It's about communication. You have to be an effective communicator to market. But communication isn't just written, it's audio, it's visual, it's all manner of ways you have to be able to communicate. I want to welcome on the live my a dear one to me, Serena Mushigo. Please join me. Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Your microphone isn't on just yet. We'll get your microphone on in a second. Is she mic'd? FX30 mic'd? Oh, she's using an iPad for audio? But that's the FX she's using? The FX30 mics are right there on the table. Serena, is your microphone on?
Yes. Can you hear me?
We can't hear you, so we're going to connect you to some mics in a moment. Let me go back to full screen while they connect you. We're going to get Serena on, who's going to go into more detail on what marketing is. Now, I've while we get her on, let me share maybe a bit of my story. I've built several companies over time, and I cannot underestimate the value of marketing. We just built a real estate brand. Not many people know about my real estate company, and I like it that way because, in honesty, there are too many haters in this life.
Okay. Hello.
But a dear friend of mine has all the expertise on real estate. But see, I have the marketing know-how. I have the connection.
Can I get you to stand
because
behind the camera?
I've developed a brand over a sustained period of time. And because of that, he leveraged me, I leveraged his knowledge. We built a large portfolio over a period of time. This is the power of marketing. Marketing, it accelerates time. It allows you to achieve what would have been achieved in a short amount of time in a long amount of time in a shorter period of time. Just being known. For example, imagine you had shea butter. Some of you have some hair oils or whatever business you have. Imagine someone like Floyd Mayweather. I would say he was going to advertise your shea butter, but he has no hair. Imagine someone like Kim Kardashian. Imagine Kim Kardashian saying, I use this shea butter and I love it. This shea butter has helped me do this, and that. And she put your ad. What do you think is going to happen to your shea butter? What do you think is going to happen to your social media pages? What do you think is going to happen to your profile? What happened? Your little known business is now known globally because of pairing. Now that's branding, what I just said there. But your little known company is known because of you control marketing. You have to work on your brand. Without further ado, I'm going to welcome Serena Mushigo, who's going to tell us a little bit about why marketing is important. Hello, Serena. Can we hear you now?
Hi. Yes. Can you hear me?
I hear you still. Oh, maybe it's me. I don't have my mic on. It was me all along. I don't have my mic on. I can hear you now. Welcome.
Okay. Hi everyone.
Thank you so much for agreeing to be here. This was very much short notice. Some people are saying it's echoing. Is that because I'm playing it through my device and I don't have headphones? But usually it doesn't. Usually it's just fine. Anyway, so Serena, tell us a little bit about why marketing is so important.
I mean, marketing is a core function of any business. It's how you get demand generation, which is ultimately the pull. Ultimately, it's how you get people to actually notice that you're there.
Do you have another device on that's watching via YouTube?
Yes.
We can hear that.
Oh,
that's the echo we're talking about. We can hear that.
Oh, can you still hear it now?
No.
Is that still an echo? Okay, brilliant. Yeah, so if you think about marketing as a core function of any business, it's how you're findable, it's how you associate, it's how you draw customers, it's how you even tell your story. So marketing is ultimately an understanding. A lot of what you said has been completely accurate.
On my teaching, were you listening?
Sorry?
How did I do on my teaching on marketing?
Amazing. I was thoroughly, honestly, I was like, oh my gosh, he's going to steal all of my points. It was an excellent way of describing it. I think ultimately marketing is about people and how you make people feel. People buy into more than they buy into products, more than they buy into services and offerings, they buy into feeling. And if you can't make somebody feel anything, if you can't make them feel that they associate to a particular idea or a group, you've lost them already.
Right.
People, like you gave the example of iPhone versus Samsung. I was thinking about this. Samsung, or the people who prefer Android, it's the fact that they are anti-iPhone, a lot of them. That's it's the idea of being anti-culture. They have bought into the idea of something as opposed to the features and the functions. The same with iPhone. You're buying into the idea of luxury. So with marketing, what you're doing is creating a tribe of people that are buying into an idea and buying into a belief system. Most of whatever you're buying, that's why you have ranges. You can have one product but have various price points. It can have the exact same composition, and I can charge way more for the exact same thing compared to somebody else because I have sold an idea that was far more compelling. Now, even if my idea is buy from me because it's cheap, that's still the idea that I'm selling. So if you want to reach people and if you want people to buy in, and to be honest, if you want customer retention, which I think people don't necessarily think about, people view marketing as once they've bought, then that's it. Is if I want them to keep coming, I need to be able to feed them something. I need to give them a sense of belonging as well.
Now, you tell us a bit about your company. You run a company in marketing. Who are some of the clients that you've done marketing for as well in your journey?
So I've been in marketing for about 8 to 9 years. And it's been across different industries. So I started off actually in randomly charity. Then I went into the food industry. Then I did fashion and beauty. So now I'm more geared into B2B tech companies. So I've worked with, I'm technically not even allowed to say, but really big telecoms. So some of your mobile providers I've had the opportunity of working with. I have worked with some of your day-to-day appliances, so your TVs, microwaves, cybersecurity companies as well. So I've got to touch a lot of different companies. I'm really enjoying B2B tech. It's been a very interesting one because when you're selling to business, you're still selling to people. And now you have like a longer buying journey. So in that span of time, I've gotten to have a lot of insight across different industries. And ultimately, even across different industries, across different buying journeys, what you'll see is a reoccurring theme is that people matter. So regardless of who I'm speaking to, regardless of I'm speaking to billion-dollar corporations, to startups who are in maybe their 4th, their 7th year of business, and I'm seeing the same mistakes on both sides. So you'd be surprised that some of these bigger brands who have a ton of budget, a marketing budget, are still making the same mistakes that even the smaller businesses are doing.
Yeah. Now we are going to go into the private session and go through with our students a little bit on how to market themselves personally. How important is a personal brand, and how important is marketing yourself?
Oh, it's huge. Absolutely massive, because you are the walking billboard. You are the first person. Again, when we talk about the fact that people are buying into a business or buying into an idea, you have to be the epitome, the personal brand. You are the idea initially. It's almost like a fashion designer. They wear great clothes. I'm buying into you. A hairdresser has great hair, has great hairstyles. So it's the exact same thing. So you have to encompass the idea that you're trying to do. And even if your end user, so who is going to actually be consuming the product and who you're actually marketing to, might be two separate people, but the fact that you have validity and the fact that you are what we call a thought leader is going to be impactful. So for example, if you are a photographer, I will be marketing my brand to people who need photography, but I would market myself to photographers, because then all of a sudden I'm a thought leader. I am a leader in the industry, in the market that I'm in. And what you have is brand authority or voice authority. And if you have authority or voice, you're more credible. So I could say anything and literally people will buy into what I'm saying because I have that validity. People are now coming to me for information and people are now going to believe that my brand is successful. So personal branding is key. And leveraging different channels, especially if you're a professional, I recommend this. Do not just stick to the usual. Leverage LinkedIn, for example, leverage YouTube and really expand your horizon and network.
How does someone do it when they're so busy? You have so much to do. How do you manage Instagram, TikTok, YouTube? How are you supposed to do it? Why should I do it?
I would say the big thing is plan. I know a lot of people, it's more time consuming to not have a strategy. I think a lot of the time, if you are struggling with an idea or if you're struggling to organize yourself, the chances are you don't have a strategy. So when I do speak to startups, I can look at their, whether I'm reviewing their social media, whether I'm reviewing their websites, I go immediately, I'm like, you don't have a strategy. I can tell instantly. So what you're now doing is posting or creating ad hocly. And that is far more consuming than actually having a strategy. So if I start, for example, with an objective, one, what is my objective? What is the target audience? And then you begin to go into messaging and storytelling. And then what you do is create content. And then you think about the channels that those content go into. And what you try to do is what you have called automatization of content. I'm breaking my content into different portions. So I might do a webinar, for example. Then I change my webinar into an ebook. Then those ebooks turned into parts of it are turned into a blog.
Too much. We're going private.
Okay.
We'll go in more detail. We'll go in more detail. No, I'm playing. You can go in with them. You can share that.
Yeah.
I know sometimes we got most of the people on here are Christians. And because of that, we have to quote scriptures and to convince them that we're not the Antichrist. Now, one scripture that keeps coming to mind for me is "You're the light of the world, and it's on a hill that cannot be hidden. Who takes their light and hides it under a bushel?" I feel marketing is essentially the way you let that light shine so people see what you have. If nobody can see, but we just have this idea, maybe God will make it happen when it happens. I don't want to self-promote. Let God promote me. Let it, you know what I'm saying? But you got to let your light so shine that people can see your good works, that your business is part of your good works. What you get on with from day to day is part of the good deeds and good works. Can you talk to us a little bit more about the Christian serial lack of shining? Like, I don't know where we are.
I mean, there are a few examples. If I go back to even the strategy example of writing it down, like I said, if you don't have a strategy, if you don't have a vision, it's evident, and it's why you'll be inconsistent. So one of my other companies I run a Christian lifestyle magazine, and I would stop and start. I'd be inconsistent. Sorry?
Plug it.
Yeah, it's called V Magazine. It's fantastic. And one thing that God spoke to me about, and it was in a dream, is somebody came to me, and in the dream, they literally said, "I don't get who it's for." That was literally the dream. I don't get who it's for. Go back to the drawing board and write everything down. So Habakkuk 2:2. And as I was studying Habakkuk 2:2, it says, write the vision, make it plain, so all those that read it will run. You have the inability to run because you don't have the vision. You can't maintain something you haven't actually been able to encapsulate or write down. The writing down actually propels you and gives you the fire to keep running. So if you're struggling if you don't have a written down strategy, you've already failed. Wow. Because you no longer have a sense of direction. You don't know where you're running, and that's why you're inconsistent. That's why one day you're posting, one day you're not posting. You can go 2 weeks without posting. It's because you don't have a vision. You haven't written it down. So I would say, one, there's that strategy aspect that is key.
Invest in someone else doing it.
100%.
Pay for someone else to do it. And the reason why I say that, there's this verse in the Bible that says something about a good name being worth more than something. I get it right now. But one of the greatest inheritance you can leave your children is your name.
Agreed.
And part of marketing is and branding is building your name, whether the name is the business or whether the name is you as an individual. I heard something about Elon Musk, that what makes him a billionaire is not actually his assets or his net worth. What makes him a billionaire is his name. I was watching a documentary about it, that people now find him so totally investable that anytime he's on something, people just want to throw money at it. I think that's something people have to learn to build on purpose.
Agreed.
Like biblically, the media platform in the Bible was called the rooftop. That's why we were told for the gospel, which, by the way, gospel was a media thing. It wasn't just what we preach, but back in the day, that was your tabloid. It was called a gospel. It was common language of the day. But also it was said, shout it from the rooftop, because in those days, the way you got news out was you go to your rooftop, and from one roof to another, you would shout the media, the news. That's a form of media, but media has upgraded since then.
Agreed.
It's not just, I mean, if Jesus came in our day, we wouldn't be reading the book of Acts. We'll probably be watching. You know what I'm saying? A video message on the book of Acts, because media has upgraded, but I find many times we can slow at the upgrades on media. We now have things, and we'll probably talk about this more on our private channel. I've used ChatGPT for marketing strategy. Like, life really got easier. It's not as hard as it used to be. So, guys, that's it for today. We're going to go into our private session, but I did want to make you all aware we are building a marketing course. And Serena is going to be working with me to get that marketing course out to all of you who want to delve deeper into marketing. But also, if you want to know a bit more about her company as well, this was a doorway for you to learn the course. And if you needed help with your own marketing, also then you can get involved with her company as well and find out exactly how to get your marketing done. If you want to be a part of our private session, there is a link in the bio. There is a fee, a monthly fee. It's not expensive at all. And we did it on purpose because it's not really the thing that we offer. There's a lot more that we offer, but this is part of what we offer. A lot of our students really love the Winner Circle. I can see them already in the private place ready for us. So a big hello to all of you who are waiting. But if you want to be part of that, you have to pay. But I also want to make it available to you to have our free ebook as well on marketing. How do they get a hold of that? We're about to drop a link in the bio if you want to get the ebook of today's session. That means I've been teaching you from my book on marketing. If you want to get the ebook of today's session, it's a short ebook, but it has all the key factors. I want to get that out to you for free. We're about to put a link in the bio. How long will that take? In the next 2 minutes, you're going to see a link appear in the bio for you to be on the waiting list to get the free ebook. We're going to make sure we get that out to you as well. And we'll also, if you get on that waiting list, you'll also be kept up to date on the marketing course that will be available as well soon. Serena, is there anything else that you want to say about with regards to marketing that we may have missed?
I think just really honing on, even when it comes to storytelling. So whether that's from the content, whether you're creating a campaign of any sort, what is the story that you want to convey? What are the business values? That's the opening hook. What are the problems that you solve? And what is the unique way that you resolve it? That's what people buy into. So what I tend to speak to clients, for example, when I'm looking at their website, is thinking about why to change, how to change, and who to change with. The why to change is because there is an opportunity or a problem at hand. How to change, this is a particular solution to the problem, but you want to change with me because these are my differentiated factors. And if you notice, your differentiation comes last because people don't actually care about you. They are the protagonist in the story. So if you're thinking about this almost, and I use the analogy of a fairy tale, they are the hero. You are the equivalent of the fairy godmother or the wise help. So you have to be able to demonstrate to them, this is how I get you to from your current state of dissatisfaction, whatever that might be, from the fact that you haven't got the right clothing, the fact that your marketing isn't okay, the fact that your real estate business isn't okay. I can define to you your current state and I can take you to this particular state. And that's what people want, is how do you get me from point A to B?
Fantastic. Thank you so much for taking the time.
to do this on the live. Sorry about the echo. I can hear myself through whatever device you're using there. So apologies to everyone for the echo. Some people want to know about your social media handles. Where can we get a hold of you?
Yeah. So my personal one, whereas I'm going to be launching the new agency, is Serena. The magazine is V Magazine Official. And then the new...
Section, do you have this like that?
Okay, let me do it now. I'll do that.
If you just put it in the comment section, we'll get a hold of that. Just mute your mic for a moment because the echo. But guys, we're going to now go to a 10-minute countdown. In that 10-minute, you should see the link appear. If you want to join the tap, now is the time to do it. If you think about it, you won't do it. Now is the time to do it. It's www.thetapinstitute.org/offer.
Okay, it takes them directly to our page.
Takes them to what?
Directly to our page.
Okay, that takes you directly to the offer page. If you wanted to join the private mentorship, the Winner Circle, we're going to go a bit more in depth in the private Winner Circle. Also, the link will appear beneath this video. If you want a copy of the free ebook, please click the link beneath this video, especially those of you who watch later. We usually average around 10,000 people on Business Talks. Hopefully we'll get more with time. So those of you who watch later, please do click the link. Is the link for the free ebook? Is it there? It's coming up. It'll be there in the 10-minute countdown. We're going to give 10 minutes for people who want to join the tap and 10 minutes for people who want the link to the free ebook. A big... Is there anything else? Coaching.
They can book a call to someone, the coaching program.
Also, if you want to be in my private mastermind coaching group, which is happening next week, you may want to book a call for that as well. Information will appear in the bio. So I have a private mastermind of a few people that I'm taking through coaching. It's not cheap. I will warn you because it's going to be my personal time. So next week and for the next, how many weeks is it? I think it's for the next 4 weeks. I'm taking some people through some boot camp coaching on developing their business from A to B. So if you want to be part of that, then you'll be able to also book a session for that as well. Big God bless you. We're going to a countdown now, and you'll see the links in the bio, the relevant links that you can click.
What is the tap?
Years ago, I would have been probably castigated as a failure. My teachers told my parents that this kid is just not computing. Something's wrong with him. And this was way before the years dyslexia was even a diagnosis. I grew up with a sense of a chip on my shoulder, a sense that I was never going to amount to much. And so in my mind, success was like an unachievable goal. But suddenly one person entered my life, a mentor who just kept telling me over and over and over again how good I am, my qualities. I realized that success has a huge amount to do with self-esteem and confidence. The rest is the technical know-how. I want to give people both. I want to give people the psychological confidence, the boost they need, but also the technical know-how to be good. We stand on 3 principles, which are my core values, which are effectiveness, efficiency, and excellence. I want to know effectiveness. Ask the question, is what I'm doing working? You don't want to be busy and not fruitful. Efficiency says, is this the best way to do it? Am I doing it according to the best practice? And then excellence says, can it give a world-class appeal and a look that draws the masses? So that's why TAP exists.
Jordan, the World Economic Forum.
The WEF which is that, quite frankly, there's too goddamn many people on the planet. And every time I hear that, I think just exactly what Spirit is saying that. And just precisely who the hell do you think should go and just exactly how.
That is exactly right. There is definitely something motivating the world. And, you know, one man said, if you are the devil, your first trick is to get people to believe you don't exist and hide behind the scenes. These are people already talking about a world, obviously using climate as the baton to beat us all over the head with, in which you will own nothing and be happy. And how the hell do you know that about me? I think we're coming into a world where we'll be engineered in such a way through media machines to where home ownership will be seen with the same stigma as owning a gun in America. We have entered an Orwellian nightmare, or at least we're in the beginning phases of it, and people are sleepwalking over a cliff right now. So those are my thoughts, definitely motivated by evil. Sorry about my children screaming in the distance, and I'm not suicidal. If you're not disciplined, you have not clarified vision. Vision creates discipline. Discipline in what? Time, money, emotions, and company. I don't have time to be depressed. The vision compels me to keep going. I don't have time to go out to the cinema or places where people call you and say, hey, you know, I just had some time to buy, so I just thought I'll call you. What? So you have time, so you're going to waste mine? Never spend time. Never spend money. Never spend emotions. Invest. From this day forward, invest time. If you go to the cinema with your children, it's an investment in love. Live life with that sense of purpose. If you're going to go to church, invest. If you're going to a church that's not growing you, you are spending time you don't have.
Hey everyone, I hope you're enjoying the webinar crash course. My name's Jamie, and I just want to share my insight as to how well and how much I've enjoyed the TAP Forex group. It's been absolutely amazing. I've finally learned how to trade properly. I've learned and understood the strategy, and it's very simple. I remember trading. I've been trading for 7 or 8 years. I remember trading thinking, there must be an easier way. There has to be an easier way, because I would do courses and tutorials on YouTube, and one person would say you need the oscillator and the Bollinger Band and the Elliott Wave and the RSI and the support resistance and the trend line. I'm just like, there'd be so much to it. And there was a cry in my heart, like, there has to be a simpler way. And Chief Tobi Arayomi comes along with a simpler way. I joined the course. I've completed the course, and every Monday and Wednesday we meet up. It's absolutely amazing. We have a team of traders who come together, discuss trades, we discuss stocks, we discuss crypto, gold and silver. Absolutely amazing. I can't believe, you know, how blessed I am to be in part of this community. Another good thing about Forex, and for me, is personal. My girlfriend's out in Australia and I'm here in London. And as we, you know, grow in our relationship, I'm able to trade anywhere in the world. And you could trade at work, or you could trade when you're on holiday. And Forex is amazing. You can trade anywhere in the world. All you need is internet connection. So please don't feel like you're busy at work, or you have kids, or anything like that. Find a solution, and I promise you, you'll find a way to make some really good money with an absolute world-class master trader, Chief Tobi Arayomi. We meet every Monday and Wednesday, as I said. Any questions you have, anything you don't understand, just ask, and he'll go through it in detail and make sure you understand it. We won't move on until everybody understands it. And if you're not sure, post something in the chat and someone will get back to you, and we just go from there. Anyway, if you don't sign up, your loss. But for those who do, I shall see you in the TAP Winners Collective. Take care. Bye-bye.
I do a video like this. Have you joined our real estate course yet? You're still sitting there? Really? You're still thinking about the real estate course? It's coming to TAP soon. I think, hello? No, don't swipe. Join.
That's it. We got our concept.
That's actually. And you be successful and be a believer.
It's a strange thing that I often hear people say there's a competition between God and success. You first have to define success, and success is becoming who you're meant to become, because he designed you. If you're designed to be successful. We're all uniquely designed for a specific purpose. Somebody becoming a film creator is a success. Somebody becoming an owner of an e-commerce conglomerate is a success. Somebody who becomes an Olympic swimmer is a success. I think the way we've defined success in Christendom is evangelism. That's success. And evangelism is a recruitment process. It's just bringing more people in to do what? What does it say? Do business till I come. Occupy till I come. First conversation with a leader that he raised called Joshua was, I want you to meditate day and night for the one reason that you would have good success. His intention, nothing he creates is a failure. Everything he made was meant to be successful. And that's what I want to discuss with people.
It says you're a demon, you're full of falsehood, rebuke you by the blood of Jesus. First of all, Jesus doesn't speak like that. God is love, and he that loveth not knows not God. One day somebody came up to me in church and said, yo, I'm leaving this church. I said, why? I said, Apostle, you love money. And I've been wanting to rebuke you for a long time, because the love of money is the root of all evil. And I think you need to repent and get your heart back